What's up YouTube, Alvaro here. Welcome to the Bilingual Stock Market channel again. You guys already know this channel. This is the YouTube channel in which we talk about the markets and we do it in Spanish and English so you guys can pick your preferred language. And in this video, and as I do it Mondays through Thursdays, I want to make a quick stock market update going over the S&P 500 and also breaking down the two stocks and one cryptocurrency that are going to be on the top of my watch list for tomorrow's trading session. So let's get started. And Tesla finally reported earnings. And as I told you, and as I pointed out in yesterday's video, regardless of whatever Tesla was going to report today, it was going to sell off. So let's go ahead and take a look at Tesla. And there you go, guys. It is down after hours, $14.50. So Tesla beat on earnings, okay? EPS came at 0.93 cents versus 0.79 cents, right? And revenue came at $10.39 billion versus $10.29 billion. But as I told you guys, Tesla was going to sell off regardless of beating on earnings. And I am afraid that tomorrow we are going to see Tesla dropping a bit more than this. That's my hunch. Okay, let's see what is going to happen tomorrow. All right. Earnings tomorrow, we have AMD, which is one of the stocks that I am going to be breaking down in this video. We have Microsoft, which is a stock that I broke down from a technical standpoint and also from an earnings standpoint in the video that we posted yesterday. Google was another stock that we talked about in yesterday's video. Google is also reporting earnings tomorrow, and Visa as well. All of these companies are going to be reporting earnings after hours. And pre-market, we have UPS. Keep in mind, guys, that on Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to have a Federal Reserve meeting, and Mr. Money Printing, Mr. Jerome Powell, is going to be speaking on Wednesday, okay? So he is going to pretty much be talking about inflation and monetary support and bonds purchases and all that good stuff. He is very likely to say the same thing that he has been saying over and over again, but you have to keep in mind that we're going to have good old Jerome Powell speaking on Wednesday. So that is something that you need to keep on your radar. And now I want to show you some trades that I closed in today's trading session, all right? And the first trade that I want to show you guys is going to be Social Capital, CZIV. And why? Well, because I called out this trade here on the channel. I told you, watch out for CZIV visiting $21. That's a very attractive price to pick up some shares of Social Capital. So I did it. On April 15th, I purchased 100 shares at $20.99, pretty much $21. And I sold out of those shares today at $22.04, okay, making $120 over here. Another trade that I want to show you is good old Gamestop, and I got away with it once again, guys. I have been making very good money on GameStop recently, and take a look. This is $197 after hours. Oh my goodness. All right, in the case of GameStop, I told you, I said here on the channel, watch out for GameStop visiting $153. That's an important level of support for GameStop. So on April 22nd, I purchased 15 shares at $153.27, and I sold out of those shares today at $161.61, locking in a $125 profit. And yes, you don't have to say it, all right? I left a lot of money on the table over here, no doubt about it, right? Another trade that I closed today, Bionanogenomics. And in the case of Bionanogenomics, this was also a swing trade. I purchased on March 24th 100 shares at $8.07, and then it dropped a lot. And I said in one of the videos that we posted recently here on the channel, guys, watch out for Bionanogenomics visiting the low $6. So I ended up averaging down my position, purchasing 100 more shares, and today, at last, I got rid of these shares of Bionanogenomics at $7.39, locking in a profit of $125. And the last trade that I want to show you in this video, because I closed so many trades today, guys, but since we are going to be talking about Bitcoin, I want to show you the trade that I took on Bitcoin. And in the case of Bitcoin, this was on Friday morning, right? The second I noticed that Bitcoin broke the support of $50,000, I immediately decided to start a swing position. So I purchased $2,000 of Bitcoin. And mind you guys, I am a long-term investor in Bitcoin. I am an ultra cryptocurrency bull, but I am also trading Bitcoin and Ethereum, all right? And in just a second, we are going to be breaking down Bitcoin from a technical standpoint. So I purchased $2,000 of Bitcoin at $49,693, and I closed this position today at $54,187. In my opinion, anything, guys, below $50,000 is a buy. Short term, long term, medium term, whatever you want, okay? Now let's go ahead and take a look at the SA. By the way, this was a $180 profit trade, okay? So nothing to complain about, and I am not showing you guys all of the trades that I closed today. Today was crazy, guys. It was a very solid day for me in the markets. Okay, in the case of the S&P 500, today I am not going to break down the Nasdaq 100 because the video is going to be too long. So we find the RSI and the 4-hour chart at 61 points. So the S&P 500 is looking pretty well when it comes to the relative strength index. So I am going to pull up here the 1-hour chart. And by the way, guys, I didn't tell you what was the performance of the other indices. So the Dow Jones went down today 0.18%. The Russell 2000 was the best performing index out of the bunch, up 1.15%, and the Nasdaq 100 went up today 0.61%. And in the case of the S&P 500, it went up 0.18%, and it closed today's trading session at 4,187 points. So I'm thinking, guys, and I have been calling out this possible scenario. The S&P 500 could be potentially consolidating between 4,200 and 4,120, all right? Without bursting above 4,200 to the upside or breaking the very important support of 4121 to the downside. So this is a scenario that is playing out according to my criteria, and this scenario is very healthy, guys, because it is letting the moving averages, and let me pull up here the 1-hour chart, it is letting the moving averages to catch up. So this is very healthy from a technical standpoint. So let me pull up here again the 1-hour chart. So what am I thinking for tomorrow's trading session? So clearly, the overhead resistance for the bulls tomorrow is going to be pretty much the new all-time high at 41.94, and above that 4,200, which is a fat number that might eventually start acting like a magnet for the bulls in the S&P 500. And if tomorrow we happen to see a soft pullback over here, so the consolidation process that I have been calling out keep on unfolding, we could expect some sort of good support at 4164, which already acted as a resistance for the bulls in the S&P 500 back on April 19th. On the flip side, if we happen to see a decent pullback in the S&P 500, so we have to keep a very close watch on 4120. That's an absolute critical level of support for the bulls in this index, because it has already acted as a support in 1, 2, 3, and 4 opportunities before. So watch out for the S&P 500 tomorrow, guys. Maybe keep on consolidating between 4,200 and 4,120. And now let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. And in the case of Bitcoin, here you guys can see the 4-hour chart. We can see a clear and beautiful uptrend channel. And take a look at this very interesting detail. So Bitcoin has held the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart like clockwork since last October, right? It recently obviously broke to the downside the moving averages because we saw a 25% correction in this cryptocurrency. However, Bitcoin is back into this uptrend channel, all right? So I'm thinking for Bitcoin, in order to be absolutely out of the woods, I need to see it bursting above the moving averages on the 4-hour chart, all right, the 180 SMA and the 50 SMA. So I need to see Bitcoin bursting above $58,000. If Bitcoin happens to burst above $58,000, the bottom of this correction might be in, guys. All right, so that might be it. So if Bitcoin keeps on pulling up, I am fine with that because, as I said before, I am a long-term investor in this cryptocurrency. However, if Bitcoin happens to pull back and visits once again $50,726 approximately, I am going to start another swing position in Bitcoin. And why that price? Well, because $50,726 already acted as a support for the bulls of Bitcoin in 1 and 2 opportunities before, but it also acted as a resistance back in mid-February, right? Or even better, if Bitcoin happens to drop down further to $47,675 ish, which already acted as a support in 1, 2, and 3 opportunities before, that would be an even better spot to start a swing position on Bitcoin or to start a long-term position in Bitcoin as well, all right? So watch out for Bitcoin tomorrow, guys, or in the upcoming days. Either bursting above the moving averages on the 4-hour chart or bursting above $58,000, in which case the bottom might be in, or paying a visit to either $50,500 or even better $57,370 or $47,500 in the case of Bitcoin. And now let's go ahead and take a look at AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. And in the case of AMD, this company is reporting earnings tomorrow after hours. I already told you that. So the statistics. In 3 out of the last 4 earnings reports, AMD, this company, or the stock of this company, has sold off 8% on average after having reported earnings, right? And it gained 12% in the other earnings report. So AMD went up today 3.20% and it closed today's trading session at $85.41. So taking as a reference today's closing price, and if tomorrow, after having reported earnings, AMD happens to drop 8%, we can say, or we can assume, that this stock might find support at a previous level of support at around $78.83 or $79. That is going to imply an 8% drop in the case of AMD. And take a look at this, guys. $79 already acted as a support for the bulls of AMD in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 opportunities before. So if we happen to see a dip, and after earnings dip, in the case of AMD, watch out for $79. That would be a very, but very attractive spot to pick up some shares of AMD. However, on the flip side, if AMD happens to absolutely crush earnings out of the park, and we happen to see a 12% gain, as it happened in 1 out of the 4 previous earnings reports of AMD, we could see AMD climbing up to all-time high, guys, at around $98. Almost all-time high, okay? And take a look at this. $98 is a very important level of previous resistance for AMD because this stock failed at this price in 1, 2, 3, and 4 opportunities before. So watch out for AMD tomorrow, guys, after earnings, either visiting $78 or $79 ish, or maybe climbing up to all-time high at $99 or $100 per share in the case of AMD, and the last stock of this video, good old Twitter. And in the case of Twitter, this stock is reporting earnings on the 29th, that's on Thursday, and it went down today 0.45%, and it closed today's trading session at $66.72. So I am going to zoom in here on the 4-hour and take a look at this quite interesting technical detail. Twitter is trading right now right below the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart. So I'm thinking, if tomorrow I happen to see Twitter bursting above the 180 SMA on the 4-hour at around $67, I am more than willing to pick up 100 or 200 shares of Twitter, in which case my price target is going to be $72. If I happen to be able to take this trade the way that I am describing it, I am going to be gaining a 5% profit, all right? Nothing to sneeze at. And why $72? Well, because $72 already acted as a very important level of resistance for the bulls of Twitter in 1, 2, 3, and 4 opportunities before. So this would be a momentum trade on Twitter. However, and as I said before, Twitter went down today 0.45%, so if it fails at bursting above the 180 SMA and it keeps on pulling back, and Twitter happens to visit $63.70 or $64, alright, ish, which already acted as a very important level of support for Twitter in 1, 2, 3, and 4 opportunities before, I am also going to be absolutely willing to pick up some shares of Twitter as a swing trade, and in that case my price target is going to be the 180 SMA on the 4-hour at around $67, in which case I am going to be making a 5% profit. So what's out tomorrow for Twitter, guys? Either bursting above the 180 SMA on the 4-hour and filling up the gap to up to $72, or paying a visit to the $63.50 or $64. And with Twitter, I am going to wrap up the video. Thank you very much for your attention, guys, and thank you very much for hanging out with me once again. If you found value in this video, please hit that like button for me and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done it yet. Here on the Bilingual Stock Market channel, we are posting these stock market updates videos Monday through Thursdays right after the market closes. So if you want to get the notifications of our videos in a timely manner, you'd better be subscribed to the channel, and you also need to activate the notification bell right up there. Follow us on Instagram as well, guys, at Bilingual Stock Market. On our Instagram account, we are posting information and news on a daily basis. And remember that this is the Bilingual Stock Market channel, the YouTube channel in which we talk about the markets, but we do it in Spanish and English. But most importantly, this is the YouTube channel in which we know that the wonderful world of Wall Street is not for geniuses, it is for entrepreneurs just like you guys and myself. My name is Álvaro, and I will see you guys tomorrow once again, right after the market closes. Peace out.